Today in worship, we're beginning our series on the gardens of God, and I look forward to our journey from Genesis to Revelation from the second Sunday of March all the way through the end of April. In a sense, the story of God's relationship with human beings begins in a garden, and we hear that in Genesis chapter 2. Our verse for the day is Genesis 2:15. The Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to till it and keep it. You'll hear much more about this in my sermon today, but let's just talk about a couple items from this verse. First of all, God is the one who creates the garden. God is the one who creates humanity and all of life. In a sense, the beginning of Genesis is how the Creator creates creation. The Creator creates creation. And so the beginning of the Bible is really about God's sovereign call, about how God has created and God is calling humanity into relationship. And part of what we see is that Adam, which is standing for really all of us, Adam, is given a specific job. He's placed in the garden, and God's got a role for him to fulfill. He is to till the garden and to keep it. I don't know if any of you are people who enjoy gardening, and if you do enjoy gardening, if you enjoy growing flowers and beautiful things, or if you enjoy growing tomatoes and other kinds of foods that you can eat, or maybe a little bit of both. I can tell you, Jill and I would not live long if we had to depend on our gardening abilities because neither of us is particularly good at it, and the soil around our house is also awful. But for Adam and Eve, who will be joining him, they've got a job to do, and they've got this beautiful garden, and they are to till it and to keep it. And so we start to hear about the rhythms of life from the very beginning. We will hear in Genesis 2 that humanity is created to be in relationship with our Creator, the one who gives us our life. We are to be in relationship with one another, as Adam and Eve are in relationship. And we have a role to play in all of creation, and that is to till it and to keep it, and remembering all the time, it is not ours. It doesn't belong to us. We are just provisionally put in charge of the garden that God has created for a little while. And that means we have a great responsibility to take care of it. And so we're going to find there's rhythms of relationship, rest, and work that are all part of living in God's garden. I pray that you'll be with us throughout this journey.